I feel like I don't owe that to anybody. So, Mark, did it surprise you how open Odell was in talking about this subject?
I guess it was surprising. I mean, I think that specifically in that quote we were talking about is, TMZ, all of these websites obviously are following him around. But if you look at some of the black gossip websites in particular, they were fixated on this idea that he was gay. And I do think that it plays into this idea of, obviously saying somebody's gay is not homophobic, or is it an insult? Mm-hmm. But when you are constantly saying just because he's hanging out with some male friends, or just because he's dancing, which was the root of a lot of it, and that's no longer seen as masculine, mm-hmm. or that's, I do think that starts to play into this idea of homophobia, and, the world has a long way to go with LGBTQ mm-hmm. rights. We know that, and things are bad. And I think the black community has always had a really backwards relationship when it comes to homophobia. And so I do think you kind of saw that. And again, it was something that he had never been asked before, but I had seen it so much on my timeline, and on these sites.
He seemed to welcome your question, though. He said, this is the first time I've been...
Yeah, and I think it's it's a thing that is so important to us at GQ, of like, we're not trying to, there's no gotcha questions, we're not trying to stick you on something, right. But come to us to have an honest conversation,
right.
and for us to give you a safe place to truly express how you feel. And you could be wrong, mm-hmm. You could have made the mistake. But I think that the way he answered it was super thoughtful. And, he said, a million times, like, I think another reason he didn't address this because he's like, I love my friends and family in right. this community, and I don't want it to seem like I'm,
and he shouldn't have to offer an explanation.
Exactly.
For who we hang out with. The thing is, Skip, I get that a lot too.
Yeah.
People say because they've never seen me post a female, all I post is my food and my dogs.
Yeah.
So I'm a single. They don't see what they don't see.
Right.
People start to speculate.
Right.
But I'm cool. I don't need to explain my orientation. Back on and do
100%.
This. And we are sometimes our biggest critic and our biggest enemy. Because we see this a lot with Kamala Harris. She's not black enough. Mm-hmm. Where no other race of people normally label their own race as being, you don't hear Asian people say, well, he's not Asian enough,
right.
He's not Asian enough, or he's not white enough. Yeah. But we do that with us. And Odell is 100% right. They want us to embrace us, but they attack us for being us.
Yeah.
What difference does it make what Odell like or doesn't like? He has a job. His job is to be an NFL football player, and he's a damn good one at that.
Right.
So to question his manhood, I don't understand that.
Well, and I don't even know if it's a question of manhood. I do think that one fair criticism of the black community is to say, well, what are you doing to help the black community? What are you doing to help your community? And
well, that doesn't help.
But I'm saying that doesn't help, right? That doesn't help at all. It also is not the criticism that anyone on those sites is
right.
making of Odell.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So I think that if you make that of Kamala Harris, or if you make that of whoever, LeBron James or whatever, I think that I think that's a fair thing to ask, and I do think that as a black man, I do think I owe my community something. I feel that personally. I don't put that on other people.
Yeah, but
I don't.
You don't owe them an explanation about your orientation
not at all.
What have you
not at all. Not at all.
But
no.
Didn't it sound, at least it sounded to me, like the gay slurs from the Carolina Panthers sent him over the edge during that football game?
I don't think that had anything to do. I mean, let me say, we didn't talk about that. I actually didn't even think about it. I think that, if anything, he has heard gay slurs so much. Mm-hmm. And again, I want to make sure that we're very clear. Saying somebody's gay isn't a slur.
Right.
Okay? That's not a slur. So I think that anything that he would have heard at that Carolina game, I think he was well positioned for because of these sites.
I think it's perceived because he play a masculine sport like football, being labeled that, then it becomes questioning your man.
And that for us at GQ, that's such an interesting topic that in this new era we've tried to really wrap our heads around of like the idea of masculinity in 2019.
Bottom line, I highly recommend reading this piece.
It's online right now.
So much, yeah. The new issue of GQ available tomorrow.
I appreciate y'all having me.
Thank you.
Mark
Thanks for
Anthony
coming.
Green, thank you for being here. Fascinating stuff. Nice work. We'll be right back.
The Quicker Picker-Upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker and is 2 times more absorbent. Bounty, the Quicker Picker-Upper.
When does an opportunity become a golden opportunity? When a forward-thinking safety system and peace of mind come together at the perfect moment. Don't miss your perfect moment to experience our most advanced safety technology on a full line of vehicles. Now at the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Nothing gets a family's full attention like my freshly prepared